Once upon a time, in the bustling city of Basra, there lived a young scholar named Al-Hasan Ibn Al-Haytham. Born over 1,000 years ago, in the year 965, he grew up surrounded by the whispers of the Tigris River and the golden hum of ancient markets. But from the very beginning, Ibn Al-Haytham was not like other young people. Instead of chasing after simple pleasures, he was endlessly curious, his mind always asking why and how. From an early age, Ibn Al-Haytham was captivated by two things: the mysteries of light and the promise of knowledge hidden within books. At night, while others slept, he would study by the flicker of a humble oil lamp, poring over scrolls written by the old Greek philosophers, as well as the learned scholars of his own world. Each page brought him new questions, and each question stirred his imagination further. He lived in an age where many still believed the strangest things about light and vision. Some said that beams shot out from our eyes, striking objects so we could see them. Ibn Al-Haytham, however, could not accept this. It made no sense to him that vision would work that way. With a quiet determination, he set out to unlock the true secrets of sight. His fame as a thinker grew, and soon word of his intelligence reached Cairo, where the mighty Fatimid Caliph ruled. The Caliph, hearing tales of a man wise enough to tame the waters of the Nile, summoned Ibn Al-Haytham to Egypt. There he was asked to devise an ambitious plan to regulate the great river and prevent flooding. Ibn Al-Haytham traveled up and down the Nile, observing, measuring, drawing maps, and making calculations. After all his efforts, however, he realized the project could not be completed, not with the technology of his time. This bold admission did not please the Caliph. To avoid the wrath of the ruler, Al-Hasan ibn Al-Haytham feigned madness and was placed under house arrest. A seeming misfortune that would, paradoxically, set the stage for his most incredible discoveries. Locked away in his house, Ibn Al-Haytham was surrounded by the very thing he loved most: time, books, and the tools of experiment. Here, in seclusion, he began to conduct a series of investigations that would change science forever. He darkened a room, poked a tiny hole through a shutter, and watched as light from outside projected an upside-down image of the world onto the opposite wall. This simple observation, a trick of daylight, thrilled him. He had accidentally created the first camera obscura, the ancestor of today's camera. But he did not stop there. Ibn Al-Haytham became obsessed with the properties of light. He studied how it traveled in straight lines, how it bounced off mirrors, how it bent when it passed through water or glass. Day after day, experiment after experiment, each result built upon the last, until at last he composed his great masterpiece, the Book of Optics. In those pages, he laid out the principles of vision, that light reflects off objects and enters our eyes, not the other way around, and described the anatomy of the eye itself. His approach was revolutionary. Instead of believing the old stories, he insisted that real knowledge comes from observation, experiment, and proof. For Ibn Al-Haytham, no answer was good enough unless he had seen it with his own eyes and tested it with his own hands. This method, so simple yet so powerful, became the foundation of what we now call the scientific method. His discoveries traveled far and wide. In the centuries that followed, scientists in the East and West read his books. They built their own camera obscuras, improved their understanding of lenses, and even made the first spectacles, all because of the seeds planted by Ibn Al-Haytham. And so, in a quiet house not far from the Nile's gentle flow, a man who once feared for his life transformed the fate of science. Ibn Al-Haytham's greatest legacy was not only in what he saw, but in how he saw it, with curiosity, honesty, and a relentless search for truth. To this day, we remember him as the father of optics, a pioneer who taught the world to see, not just with eyes, but with questions. And that is how one man's search for understanding unlocked the mysteries of vision, forever shaping how we see both the world and ourselves.
Can you answer the questions? Write your answers in the comments below.